I got cheated on by my girlfriend and I'm an absolute mess. I think I need to preface this with the fact that I've only been in 2 relationships, and I was cheated on both times. At least the first time when it happened my ex had the dignity to tell me upfront and then we broke up. This time it was hidden. For some backstory, there was some feelings of anger that were brought against me in the very beginning of the relationship from my own actions. At the time I had some friends of the opposite sex that I was Snapchatting, all very casual, nothing happened. However, I had held a streak with someone I had met from Tinder from like years ago. Nothing ever happened with this person and no conversations were held. However, she, obviously so, had a lot of displeasure with all this, and when she brought it to my attention that it made her upset, I stopped. However, I honestly didn't react in a way that I should have. Looking back, even though I had absolutely no intention with these people, I knew it was wrong to make my girlfriend, at the time, feel this way. Fast forward 4 months, 5 months into the relationship, and she went out with her friend one weekend while I was out of town, got blackout drunk, and some dude who she'd slept with before we were dating swiped up on her story, met them out, and she went home with him. I was never told about this until I found out about it Saturday. 10 months later. I suspected she was cheating with me with someone else because she was texting some dude on our anniversary who I didn't know. The story of how they knew each other was weird. But we went on vacation this past week and I just had this feeling something was going on with this guy. I asked her if she was cheating on me and she completely denied it, asked why I'd think that, how she wanted to spend her life with me and all this stuff. Well, I went into her phone Saturday night, and I guess she panicked from my question and texted the guy who she actually cheated with, and I saw everything. Worst part was between the texts to him and her friend who knew about it, it didn't even feel like she felt bad. It almost felt like they were making fun of me, and it was an FU to me. I kicked her out of our B&B, drove her to the nearest hotel, made her get a room, and that was that. What's terrible is throughout the relationship she constantly projected all of these allegations of cheating on me, talking about how terrible cheaters are, how vile it is. Meanwhile, she held the secret in for basically 3/4 ths of our relationship. She always used to make jokes and say, oh well, Pisces are historic cheaters and men are trash. Meanwhile, she's been holding in this lie the whole time. And the worst part is I don't even know if it happened more than once, or with other people. I say all this because reading those texts had to have been the most disgusted I've felt in my entire life. It literally made me sick to my stomach reading that and thinking of the idea that another man had been with / inside my girlfriend. While our relationship was definitely full of red flags and problems, I tried so hard to gain her trust and be a great boyfriend and do everything in my power to make her happy. I feel so betrayed. I was about to move states with her before this, and now I'm just sitting here typing this out as a broken mess. I mean, she had no intention of ever telling me. I can't even imagine how someone could put me through this for that amount of time, let alone lie to my face and plan to move in together and spend a life together. How long does it take to get better? I can't keep getting into relationships where I get cheated on. It's starting to destroy me emotionally, and I know I didn't used to be this way. Everyone always says it's not your fault, but I almost feel like if she wasn't upset over the Snapchat thing, she wouldn't have gone out and cheated. I feel like I just want to turn back time and try to fix whatever may have been wrong. While there was definitely problems, we did have good times, but her telling me she loved me and all these things to my face, meanwhile she had cheated on me, just makes me feel so devastated. She said she wanted to tell me but felt so horrible about it and knew I had been cheated on before and didn't want to put me through the emotional turmoil. She didn't break up with me though, because I always said I wanted to just communicate and work through any problems we had. She broke down and cried and apologized and said she knew what she did was wrong, but she never came forward with it. When I dropped her at the hotel, she immediately blocked me on all social media platforms and unfollowed herself on my friends' Instagrams. I guess this is just a rant, but I just feel so broken I don't even know what to do anymore. Any advice or stories of how those who have been cheated and lied to over time would be super helpful, and how you coped. Edit. Adding this in case it wasn't obvious, I told her after we got off the plane, the next day, that we were done and what she did was inexcusable, in case it wasn't clear that I ended things. Comment. How did I cope? First I beat the piss out of the dude, then made her life a living guilt trip, and most important of all, lots of drugs and alcohol. I was faithfully to her for 22 years. Now I'm ready to hook up with anything with 2 tits, a hole and a heartbeat. It ruined my life and changed me forever. I have betrayal trauma so bad I have an anxiety attack and break down sobbing if she's 5 minutes late coming home. I knew the guy and he pretended to be my friend, just to get at my wife. She once bought the same soda he drank, and right in the store in front of everyone I broke down crying like a baby. It changes you. Up, if she was in constant contact with the guy and the friend didn't mind covering. They didn't have sex just 10 months ago and it was an ongoing thing. You got blindsided, that's okay. Grit your teeth, take the hit, know it sucks, but stand back up and focus on the present day. Focus on today, tomorrow, a week, and a month. Clean your room, get rid of her things, go to the gym, drink water. Tomorrow think about anything you may have missed. During the cleanup, make sure she has no access to you, your money, or your life. Start planning your next move. Next week make sure your plans are underway and you have a solid footing, while still drinking water and being active and seeing friends. Cheating absolutely has nothing to do with anyone other than the cheaters. No, Mr. Quay, they always have so many other options. By the way, black BBN out drunk is referring to memory, not being paranoid or comatose. I don't think she was blacked out. Or she wouldn't be remembering much. She was just stupidly drunk. Who was she before you met her? A party girl, into casual sex and hooking up as she pleases. That is who she still is. Next story 2. Wife cheated while I am deployed. I learned back in April that my wife of 5 years was having an affair with a guy she worked with. We have a daughter who is 2. Together we had built a comfortable life together. Previous to this we had been going through a rough patch, but I thought it would be something we would work through. I am currently deployed, which makes dealing with this issue more challenging to navigate. After getting caught she apologized, but I didn't buy it and felt I was only being given lip service. We agreed there was no coming back from this, and truly I went from being madly in love with this woman to the sound of her voice and seeing her makes me see red anymore. She expressed multiple times that she hates me and wants to be with the affair partner and wants to be divorced immediately. She has this guy over at my house most days of the week late at night, and she brings him around my daughter too, just to spite me, because she says I can do what I want and you can't control me. She has also given this individual the garage code to come and go freely from my home. She has played the victim card in all this and truly believes the lies she's telling. I want so bad every day to post this to social media and destroy her and her image, since she's always cared so much about public perception of her. When she went to her attorney, she drafted divorce documents stating I would walk away from our home and only get my vehicle and personal belongings. We agreed to 50/50 custody for our daughter, but the papers stated I would only get her every other weekend and wouldn't get overnights with my daughter until she was 5. I shortly after came back telling her that I want my daughter 182 days out of the year, and if she wants the house she will have to buy me out or we will sell it. She has said that she will not willingly give me that much time with my daughter because she thinks I don't deserve it, and she won't agree to terms for the house either. She said we will settle in court. After informing her of the financial commitment that will entail, not to mention the long time frame, it only fell on deaf ears. I don't want to waste money that could better serve myself or my daughter, not to mention I don't wish to waste so much time. In all of this, her family is unaware of her behavior. Any advice on how to persuade her to settle now out of court? Should I maintain the moral high road? Should I lift the veil of all this to family, friends, and anyone else? Comment. She walked all over you while you were deployed. Do not let her stomp on you while you fight. Do not give up on 182 days and house buyout. She does not deserve any more than that. Definitely go scorched earth. She made her bed, she can lie in it. Absolutely, scorched earth, burn down everyone but your daughter. Lawyer up as soon as possible and let it happen. Check with the JAG officer and see what help that they can be. You could even start right now by providing the AP's department evidence of the affair with a married woman. Have AP's wife do the same thing, he may find himself unfit for police work. Hire the meanest junkyard dog of a lawyer you can find, and file, and serve her. There is no possible way to save this relationship. Understand that this is not your fault, this is all on her. She is the one who made hundreds of conscious decisions, to talk with someone, start a relationship, meet with him, fuck him, betray you, lie to you, break your trust, break her wedding vows, destroy your marriage, destroy your family, and destroy your happiness. This is all on her. Also, treat her like the enemy that she is. Record and document everything, do not trust a word she says, only what she does. Gather and protect all important documents, open new bank accounts, close all existing credit cards and credit accounts. Tell her that she cheated, she moves out now. When your lawyer says that it is okay, blow up her fantasy world. Tell your family, her family, and your friends what she is doing. Never, never, cover up for a cheater. They do not deserve it, and if you do, then never stop. Cheaters need to suffer the consequences of their actions. Get your story out first, or she will have a very different story, and may even accuse you of abuse or some other wrongdoing, in order to cover up her bad actions. You need to tell her affair partner's family and friends also. They do not deserve a pass in any way. Best of luck to you, and thank you for your service. Scorched earth and paternity test. Don't think of it as wasted money or time when it comes to custody of your daughter, after DNA proved. Fight for half of everything that is in your name. If she makes more money, don't forget her child support payments and alimony. By the way, I've read other stories on here where both parents get a say in introducing the children to new boyfriends/girlfriends. First things first, blast it on Facebook the news of the cheating.